Alright, yeah, and welcome back to some more Magic Duels. So we're going with our tribal zombies in blue-black. Without further ado, I'll see you in the game. See you in a bit. Okay, we're in. We're on the play. I couldn't love this hand anymore. We don't have blue mana, which is a bit of a shame, but we have a lovely curve in the form of Crypt Breaker into Graph Harvest into Colossus. And we have a murder as well. There's been a murder. It's not work if you enjoy it, just so you know. Our opponent is rank 6, Time Bandit. Okay, what is Time Bandit playing? He's playing green. Some sort of tribal deck. Going with elves. It's not going to be spiders, I know that much. I hope that becomes a thing. Compelling Deterrence is a bit upsetting since we don't have the blue mana, but still. We'll get out the Graph Harvest. It's going to give our Crypt Breaker Menace, not that it matters. But it will for the next turn probably, since he'll only be able to put down one creature, very likely. Okay. So let's find out what tribe he's playing. It is elves. Okay. He is put down himself a Dwynen's Elite for no value, which is interesting. So we are going to put down our Colossus with no value. However, it will still give us future value, unlike this Dwynen's Elite, which is very unlikely to, unless he plays another one. So we'll get in with our Menacer. And he can't block, even if he wants to. He's probably thinking to himself, what combat tricks has this guy got for 0 mana? None. Absolutely none. Thank you. Alright. Now we'll pass the turn back over. Let's see how many elves he can create. So I imagine he's missing his black mana right now, just the same as we're missing our blue. And I wonder... Ooh, Dwynen's Elite, there we go. Apologise if you can hear a dog in the background. I am dog sitting today. Not much I can do about it. Okay, I'm getting in with his Elite. That's fine with me. We'll take that too. I'm feeling a little overwhelmed by the board at the moment. There's a blue mana though. So what we could do is we could bounce a token. It wouldn't go back to his hand and he'd get to discard. Or we could just leave open Murder and Macabre Waltz. Yeah, I think we're just going to leave Murder and Compelling Deterrence up. We'll see what he does. No point attacking in, we'll lose whatever we attack him with. He is growing his board quite considerably. If he equips one of these guys up before combat, we might bounce it or something like that. Okay, Dwynen Gilt Leaf Thingamajig. And he's going to swing in, so we are going to... Ooh. Is it only when he attacks? Yeah, when he attacks you gain life. Well, I suppose we might as well just murder that creature. We get to take out a token that way as well. We're only taking 4 here. Sweet. Come on, zombie. That is a blue mana. Ooh. Fortunately, what we can do is this come into... This does not come into battle onto the battlefield tapped. Okay. So we can actually tap Crypt Breaker for a 2/2 to block one of these elites. Probably drop in the Macabre Waltz and then hold the deterrence up for the other one. Let's swing in with our 3. We're not going to block with these 2. Actually, I've just realised I've made a booby there. Yeah, well. Half the plan still stands. Lissalana Huntmaster. Okay. Well, let's bounce away his creature. And discard, please, sir. We can't be having him getting all those tokens. Unfortunately, we don't have hard removal for it either, so... What's he get rid of? Is that even an elf? Oh yeah, that's an elf. Huh. I always thought it was a human. Never mind. Okay, we're at 10 life. It's not going well. Laboratory Brew means that it's probably going to go quite well now. Which is nice. We get to block one of the elites. We get to mill ourselves. We hit a scab. Okay. So that's something we can grab with the Macabre Waltz, though we'll have to discard it anyway. And we get to tap out our Crypt Breaker and the rest of our creatures for card draw now. A little worried about the Golgari elf, I can't remember its name. Lose life equal to the number of elves, because he can go straight over our zombies to kill us that way. And with his Hunt Master, that's going to be a problem. Is he going to get in? No. Okay, well in that case, we are going to tap our zombies and draw an extra card. We are going to lose 1 life though, so another Graph Harvest is not what we want to see, though we can drop it to the Macabre Waltz if we choose to. Cemetery Recruitment's not bad. Yeah, we'll do that. Grab the Scab back. It's going to fill up our graveyard a little more. We get an island, which is exactly what we wanted. So we'll play the Scab. We get a zombie token tapped. Lovely. We mill 2 cards, which is a Liliana's Elite and a Swamp. And then... he's going to have Reclamation Sages to get rid of our Graph Harvest, so... I'd rather leave this in hand so that we can use it in the future. I'm going to throw the Brute under the bus, I think. Because he's going to have to double block in order to get through. And I'm happy to throw away some of these tokens and scabs on his attack. And we need to make some sort of effort to get through, otherwise we might be in a bit of trouble. He might be mono green, actually. I haven't seen any suggestion that he might be black other than the fact that he's playing elves. So I don't know. Pulsar Marassa is going to gain 6 life and get back probably the Dwayne Gilt Leaf thingamajig. Okay, is he coming in for an attack? Probably not. No, he's not. Okay, well, we are going to... oh, do we want a zombie or do we want to get card draw? Card draw. Tap, tap, tap. And we get a Scab. And a Drowned Catacomb. Right. We only have 1 creature in the graveyard, so should we try and get some of our creatures killed so we can get more off the Macabre Waltz? I think first we'll throw out a Scab. Let's try get another creature in the graveyard without killing our own creatures. It might turn out to be a bad thing. We miss, which is bad. Okay, let's try throw our creatures under the bus. Let's go in with a couple of zombies, I think. Yeah, let's do that. See if he wants to block any. He's taking 7 right now. He's going to take it all. Interesting. Okay. Well, we're going to pass the turn over. This time I think we're going to discard a Graph Harvest to make a zombie so that we can better block our opponent. Because he's now got some big creatures. Which is a bit of a pickle. Though we have menacing creatures, so he can only block 2 of our creatures next turn. Which, if they are the biggest, is that one and that one. And he's going to take 1, 3, 5, 7, 9, 12. Oh, I forgot to make a zombie. Oh, god damn it. Well, let's not block. He has no combat tricks. And we can discard our Graph Harvest to make another 2/2. I think we've got lethal on the board now. A Scarb. Right, so we attack in. He can only block one creature now because we have Menace. So he blocks this guy. So it takes 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 15. Yeah, we win. I'm not missing anything, am I? Nope. Alright, let's go. Let's murderize him. Kill. Kill, 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 kill the trolls. Look under the bridges. That's where they hide. And that's your only block. We'll take out your elf warrior. And we win. Yay! Alright guys, I'll see you in the next match. Alright, we're in. We're on the draw. If we hit all lands on curve, this would be great, but we can't go with that. That's not reasonable. Yeah, if we hit black mana, it's awesome, because scabs are going to make our Colossus a lot better. And we also have a crit breaker. Our opponent is rank 7, Evo Stormtrooper. We hit another scab. That sucks. I want to hit a swamp. There's more of them in this deck than there are islands, so should hopefully hit something. It looks like blue-white humans, or maybe Bant humans. I don't know. Probably Bant humans. It looks like they're getting a little bit of a buff these days. Let's go with a Screeching Scarb. Hopefully hit nothing except for non-swamp cards. That's a slow swamp. Alright. Well, we can block this guy if we choose to do so. Jesse and Thief. Yeah, well, it looks like a Zorius humans then. Glorious. Alright, well, let's just block this guy. Just try not to get him renown. Get some creatures in our graveyard as well for some of our recursion to be of use. Come on, swamp. That's a murder. Alright, Screeching Scarb it is. Creatures only, please. Creatures only. That is Swamp and a Geezer and Geralf. That's not too bad. We'll probably find a way of getting her back eventually. We just need to slow down our opponent enough. Right, how do we want to do this? He's holding up all his mana. If we don't block this guy, he draws a card. If we don't block this guy, he gets renown and then he gets a lot bigger. We don't have the double black for murder, so we can't remove any of these creatures for quite some time. Definitely can't just not block either. Suppose we'll stop the card advantage. Card advantage for us is a lot worse. He doesn't seem to be overly aggressive. Could be incredibly wrong with that, but yeah, I'm incredibly wrong by that. So now I'm wishing that Languish wasn't in the bin. And there is our swamp. Ooh. Digraph Colossus is a 5/5, but I expect it to be bounced or killed. Oh, it's a 4/4, sorry. Still blocks pretty much everything except for... Well, yeah, pretty much everything. Except for this guy now. Officially. God, that noise. That's not going to get patched out for months, which annoys me. Frostlinks, that annoys me even more. Okay. I see how it is. Well, next time we get to Crypt Breaker and Scab, which is going to get us 2 tokens as well, but are we going to live long enough to see them do anything? Probably not. So we are down to some horrible number. 4. And then he gets the token. So yeah, we just absolutely dominated here. If we'd have hit our creatures on curve, it might have been a different story, but... yeah. That's gonna do it. Mana screwed. We'll do a third match, I think, today, since that went so horrifically. So we are dead, aren't we? Yeah, we're definitely dead. We're dead by a long, long way. And then he's going to give all of his creatures a +1/+1 counter, most likely. That one there. Yep, there they go. And then Bush. If White Weenie wasn't powerful enough, they had to add in cards like that. No blocks. There's no point. Alright guys, I'll see you in the next game. Okay, we're on the draw. We have things to do. If we hit a land, which is more likely due to us being on the draw, this hand is pretty good. We have all our colours as well. Let's take it. So we have a turn 2 Scarb, which is nice. Hopefully we draw into something like a Crypt Breaker or a Graph Harvest on this draw. Another Swamp. Another Swamp's good enough. Means that our creatures can come down on curve, most likely. Red-green, we're going to see werewolves from our opponent that have also got a boost, so they won't go away, much to my dismay. Though it looks like they've gotten a lot better now. So, I mean, this is a card for like 2 green mana, I think, or something like that, that flips a wolf that you target, which is pretty nice. Okay, so we're just going to Screeching Scarb and see what we get. Fiery Impulse. Oh no! Really? And we hit a Graph Harvest and a Sunken Hollow, which sucks. But our Scarb's in the bin, which is awesome. Thank you, opponent. It means our Liliana's Elite is going to be more powerful. Is he going to put down a creature, though? That's the question. He's not. Can't help but feel he's got something in his hand that we can that he can use against us. So we're not going to throw anything out, because I'd rather get the Liliana's Elite out of burn range by flesh bagging one of his creatures next turn, for example. If he puts down the Gaia Reach Bandit or something like that. Westvale Abbey. Now I'm less inclined to think it's werewolves. Unless he's got Silver Partisan and that's his plan, to get a load of wolf tokens out. But he's doing nothing. He's playing it like a control deck. I'm so confused. Alright, well, Laboratory Brute. 3/3 is out of burn range and it mills us a little bit. And we hit a zombie. Nice. We actually have 2 targets for the Macabre Waltz now. And they're good targets. Oath of Chandra. Sweet. That makes our Diagraph Colossus even bigger and more out of burn range. Much to our opponent's dismay, they're actually just helping us, really. Take both the Laboratory Brute and the Diagraph Colossus, I think, and then we'll drop... we'll drop a Corpse Trawler. I'm not sure there's a great deal of use for the Death Touch that it provides, and we can always get it back later with other cards. Okay, what's our opponent got this time? Wolf of Devil's Breach. Oh my god, that's the first time I've seen that being played. When it attacks, you may pay 2 and discard a card. If you do, it deals damage to target creature or planeswalker equal to the discarded card's converted mana cost. Ooh, well, it's too bad we're going to flesh bag that away. And swing in for 4, sorry. Let's get the Marauder in the bin. Can't very well be recurring it if it's in our hand. I very much plan on doing that. Also, our Liliana's elites. If we hit a land, we can get both of them down, and there'll be a 2, 3. There'll be 4 4s each. There's a Gyre each bandit. So he's not werewolves as such. Just seems like he's a red-green aggro, and it just so happens to be werewolves. Which I find very odd. He's likely not going to attack, which implies that he plans on blocking. Probably to burn out our Colossus after we attack him with it, so we're not going to be doing that. Okay. Well, we get Liliana's elites down. Let's get in with our 2/2 zombies. See if he wants to block, which he won't. Really? Yeah, you must have give it first strike or something. Yeah. Okay. So there you go, he did have a combat trick. Not surprised. And so these are going to be 4 4s, aren't they? 2, 3, 4. Do we want to Laboratory Brute instead so that they're out of Exquisite Firecraft range? No, let's just get them down. Go wide. Like the deck is wont to do. Okay, so we have 3 4 4s and 2 2 2s. We're out of most burn ranges for our good creatures anyway. Radiant Flames can only hit our tokens, which we can recur whenever we fancy. Savage Alliance, is that a creature steal? Creatures your opponent's got. Creatures gain trampled, do 2 damage to target creature, 1 damage to each creature an opponent controls. And you can escalate it. So what's he doing? Ah! You're doing 2 damage to target creature and 1 damage to each creature target opponent controls. And then he's going to Fiery Impulse the Colossus. Alright. Which makes our Liliana's elites nice and big, but we do continue playing is what we do. I don't think he did the math on that one. Alright, well, Laboratory Brute. Mill ourselves a little bit more. See how many creatures we hit. From 5 to 6. Okay. We hit Liliana, but we also hit Crypt Breaker. Which ain't bad. Ain't bad at all. Let's just swing in with everything. Probably blocks one of the 6/6s. Yeah. So he's going to take 8 this turn. He's dead next turn. Short of some mass burn spell that can't hit most of our creatures. And he has nothing. Okay. Well, that is going to be the victory. And we'll put a Liliana down just in case he thinks that he should burn one out. And we'll win. GG! Alright guys, well that's going to do it for today's episode. So if you've enjoyed the content, then be sure to leave a like. If you have loved the content, then be sure to subscribe. But if you're not quite sure, stay for the end card, see the rest of the content we've got to offer. And as always, I'll see you next time. Bye bye.